Gil Martin here, and welcome everybody to the Daily Packers Post, where we bring you daily in-depth coverage of your Green Bay Packers. Today, we focus in on the running backs as we continue our series on grading the Packers position by position from the 2024 season. And running back may be the best position that the Packers had this season. It was probably the deepest and the most effective overall. And you got to start that with Josh Jacobs. He ran for 1,329 yards, scored 15 rushing touchdowns, including one touchdown or more in each of the last 8 games of the season. That broke Paul Hornung's record that was set all the way back in 1960. He averaged 4.4 yards per carry and really was the catalyst for the Green Bay offense. He was also a solid receiver out of the backfield, catching 36 passes for 342 yards and one more score. And what Jacobs did by the end of the season, and really pretty much by the middle of the season, was he became the catalyst of the Green Bay Packers offense. So GM Brian Gutekunst signing Jacobs as a free agent over last offseason to replace Aaron Jones. He really benefited, and the team really benefited from this move. Jacobs really coming through and providing the offense with some really rugged running. He was durable, played in all 17 games, was a workhorse, and he had a very different running style than Aaron Jones did. Jones was a one-cut runner with a lot of speed to the outside. Jacobs excelled running between the tackles and making people miss in a phone booth in a really tight area where you didn't think there was any room. Josh Jacobs could make you miss and gain 5 yards when he should have gained 2, 8 yards when he should have gained 5. He just picked up more yardage than it looked like was really there, and you got to give him a lot of credit for that. The backups, well, they were solid as well. Emanuel Wilson was the number 2 back. He topped 500 yards, gained 502 yards and 103 carries, had 4 rushing touchdowns. Hey, that's almost 5 yards a carry, 4.9 yards. And Wilson was really a change of pace from Jacobs. While Jacobs was more of a inside runner, Emanuel Wilson could get outside, had a little more speed, and a little bit more of an ability to break a longer run. Not as good of a receiver, 11 catches, 48 yards, and 1 score. But for a number 2 back to gain a little over 500 yards and 103 carries, that is a solid season. Chris Brooks filled in as the number 3 back. He was signed after injuries hit the running back room early in the season. Brooks only carried 36 times, but he did average 5.1 yards per carry, gaining 183 yards, scored a touchdown, had 11 catches for 69 yards, so he could receive. But the key for Chris Brooks, in addition to, running effectively when he did get the chance, is that Chris Brooks was great at pass protection and blitz pickup. And the Packers really were concerned about that, keeping Jordan Love from being sacked and being injured. And Chris Brooks, his ability to effectively pick up the blitz was a big reason why he got as much playing time as he did. MarShawn Lloyd was the Packers' 3rd-round pick, and a lot was expected of him. Both Brian Gutekunst and Matt LaFleur were excited about the speed and cutback ability that Lloyd showed in college. And unfortunately, Lloyd's season was almost completely wiped out by a series of injuries. It started in training camp. He came back, played in 1 game in week 2, carried 6 times for 15 yards, caught 1 pass for 3 yards. And that was all she wrote. Then he got injured again, was about to come back, had a bout of appendicitis, ended up missing the rest of the season and only played in the 1 game. So Lloyd never really was able to get on track, but he certainly gives the team some hope and some potential for 2025. And we'll see how he does with a full training camp and hopefully staying healthy in 2025. A.J. Dillon spent the entire year on injured reserve. He had a neck injury, suffered during preseason and training camp, was placed on IR, not designated to return. His return to Green Bay next year is doubtful. Most likely, either his career is over or he will seek employment elsewhere. Dillon, a fan favorite and a great teammate, made his contributions to the team in the 4 years that he was with them, but could not get on the field in 2025 and 2024 rather. And we wish A.J. Dillon all the best in his future endeavors. As far as the Packers are concerned at the running back position, I have to give this group an A overall. I think he just, that you just maximize it. You were top 5 in the league in rushing yards and average yards per carry. The running game really became the heart and soul of the offense rather than the passing game. And I think this group really not only met expectations, but exceeded expectations. So I give the running back group an A and a well-deserved A. And hopefully with MarShawn Lloyd being hopefully ready in 2025, this group could even take it to another level next year. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get new episodes as soon as they drop. We're here every day, Monday through Friday, bringing you in-depth daily coverage of the Green Bay Packers. And check out our website at thepackerspost.com for in-depth daily articles about the Green Bay Packers. I'm Gil Martin. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching the Daily Packers Post. And of course, go Pack Go.